Yeah. Hey guys, it's Dan with the Crayon Brotherhood, and today I want to go over the Blackstone Adventure Ready Camp Griddle. This thing is awesome. I took it out on my last trip, and man, it did not disappoint. With that being said, there are a few drawbacks on it that I'll go over here in a little bit. Some things that I think would go a little better or work a little better. If y'all have been a fan of my channel any amount of time, you know I cook on a 17-inch Adventure Ready Blackstone with the cold rolled steel top. And no matter how well I've taken care of it, no matter how well I seasoned it, the seasoning would chip up and it would rust. I don't know if it had anything to do with the humidity, being in the back of the truck, going through water all the time. It wasn't getting wet, but that's the only thing I can come up with is the humidity on it. It was causing it to chip up. But this is a steel bodied with a lid. The toggles are plastic and rubber. The temperature control knobs are also plastic and rubber. The igniter is plastic and the handle is all plastic. It has adjustable feet, which is a huge change from the 17-inch that didn't have the adjustable feet. Really happy with that. Got storage for your grease trap in the back as well. It weighs in about 23.6 pounds, which is a little lighter than my 17-inch that weighed in at 25.3 pounds. So you're not saving a lot of weight with this. It is made more for your, I'd say, camping out of a camper, overlanding, boondocking, tailgating kind of thing. It is quite heavy. The width on it is 21.25 wide by 17.25 long and 6 high. The lid on it could be a little beefier or something to reinforce it. It's got a lot of play and a lot of flex, and only a single hinge. I think that's going to be an issue come the future with this, is this single hinge. I don't know why they couldn't have just put one more hinge over here for stability. I don't know, but this thing's got a lot of flex in it, and I'm worried that at some point the wind will catch it and pull this hinge off. It's just a tack weld or spot weld holding it on here, and a little rivet holding it on here. So that is one of my complaints about it. It could have been done a little better. The griddle top itself is aluminum and a ceramic titanium coating for it non-stick. The griddle top itself comes in at 12 inches by 14. The burner comes in at 6.5, also by 14. The mechanism for holding the griddle top in could also be designed better. Wasn't a fan of that. It did give me a few problems. Nothing major, nothing to the point of I wouldn't purchase it again, but it is just something to be aware of. There's a latch on the bottom that you have to turn to release this, and that's where the regulator is stored under here. So what I was doing, I kept putting the regulator under here so I didn't have to take this griddle top off every time. And with the regulator on, It comes in at 29 inches wide. Keep that in mind, that it is 29 inches wide with the regulator and bottle, which is significantly bigger than my 17 inch. I don't know why they went with that angle and that length of a regulator, but as far as the cooktop, they suggested in the video I watched to use these plastic Blackstone tools from the E-series griddles for the non-stick. Well, they do tend to get hot and melt, and the edge does start to roll up. Keep that in mind. I went through the book, and the book suggested using silicone-based tools, which I could not find Blackstone silicone-based tools. So I will be looking at Amazon for silicone-based tools. I did cook eggs, sausage, bacon, and a steak and brats on the griddle top. Cooked fantastic. Again, if you've been a fan of my channel, you know I'm always cooking tomahawks, and it cooked it up perfect. Could not complain there. The temperature control on the knobs works as it would be expected with any Blackstone product. You've got a lot of control over your heat, which is awesome. One of the cons is when you are running both burners, it is thirsty. It will go through a bottle pretty quick. I was using a bottle a day cooking breakfast and dinner. On the steak, I think I used a little over a bottle. Steak takes a lot longer, that tomahawk does. So on this side, I boiled water in my pot, and my skillet I put on there and made potatoes. So as far as that aspect, man, I couldn't complain at all. The concerns I have is the griddle top itself. The coating is easy to scratch. I didn't have silicone-based tongs, and when I was picking up my bacon, I did scratch the top with the tongs. So it is pretty easy to scratch. Keep that in mind. You do have to get the right cookware to use it, or you might scratch it. So that's something to be aware of. It comes in at about $140, and with the few little problems that it has, I still believe it's worth $140. It is an awesome piece of equipment for cooking out on the trail and adventures. I really couldn't be happier with it for the most part, other than a few little quirks. I am really impressed, and time will tell on the top, and I will do another video in the future on it, because I'll use the fire out of this thing. Every time I go out, it'll be breakfast and at least dinner, so it'll get plenty of use. Some people that only go out camping about 4 times, 5 times a year shouldn't ever have a problem with it, but I will put it to the test, because we camp a couple times a month, every month. So I'll put it to the test, and I'll definitely post a video on how well it holds up and over the long period there. It comes with the grease trap in the back. It's got a little spot for it. Really handy. Really easy cleanup. I could not find at the Walmart that had this, or my local Walmart, the little aluminum cups that go in there, so I just used aluminum foil. They do make them. I've seen them on the video. The little cups that fit in there for easy cleanup. And speaking of cleanup, the cleanup on this thing is phenomenal. Hands down the easiest thing I've ever cleaned up. Like I said, I've cooked eggs on this. I didn't put any grease on there. I just poured it on there. To worst case scenario, see how it does, and it stuck as expected. But the scrapers and the spatulas scraped it up no problem. And after I was done cooking, the little residual, I put a little water on there, scraped the rest of it off, and then was able to clean it all off with a paper towel. Man, and nothing else I cooked on here, steak, brats, tacos, nothing had a problem whatsoever on cleanup. I was able to do it with paper towels. Very, very happy with that. I just hope it stands up I just hope it stands up to time on lasting. But the quality of it, the overall quality, I think is well built. Probably not their best designs on a few things, but being it's a first phase of something, I mean, that's to be expected. They'll probably make modifications in the future for it, so keep an eye out. They do have another version of this one for 150 that don't have this burner. It's a double H burner and full griddle. So if that'd be something you'd be more interested in than having a burner on the side, that's the route you can go. And I think, like I said, it's 150 bucks for that one. This one, the H burner is over here on this side, so you have a hot side and a cooler side for cooking. So keep that in mind as well. Your hot side is only probably, I'd say, about 8 inches. So it's 75-25, I would say, on there. So, but all in all, after having it out this weekend and using it, it is a phenomenal piece of equipment. And I do suggest, if that's something you're looking for, to look into it. Do your own research, of course, and if it fits your needs, definitely purchase it. I really enjoyed it this weekend, and like I said, cleanup was super easy, and to me, that's worth it in itself. I hate scrubbing my griddle top. It was always a pain. So, man, this is by far the easiest cleanup I've had on a griddle. And if you find yourself in the market for a camp griddle, definitely give it a look. Make sure, of course, it fits all your needs that you need and your family. But for me and my needs, this is outstanding, and it's perfect. Like I said before, earlier in the video, I will be seeing how well this holds up over time. And honestly, that's my biggest concern, is the griddle top. But as of right now, it's fantastic, especially on cleanup, and the hinge over here. But outside of that, I think it's a awesome buy. So, but I think that's where this video is going to end, guys. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos in the future. And until next time, thank you for your time. Simplify, and God bless.